Hello and welcome back once again to Organic Cardboard. My name is Owen Kneep, and today I have a brand new Kickstarter game that just came in. This is Bantam West. Bantam West finished a little over 2 years ago. This was finished back in, the Kickstarter campaign finished back in August of 2021. And so now it's just the beginning of November of 2023. Pretty decent turnaround. This game was designed by a guy named Ike Brunicardi, and he's a first-time designer, and he has done a really good job as far as I can tell. He's really communicated well with all of the people. Like anybody that says anything, he comments back. He's got really good rapport with his backers. Is really trying to build a community. Seems like someone that's a very genuine person who is trying to make, you know, some fun games for people, and he's really passionate about doing that. Bantam West, if you're not familiar with it, this is kind of a sandboxy Western themed sort of. Sometimes people kind of like to say it was like a Red Dead Redemption themed game, and it's kind of like that. You've got these notorious figures that are somewhat outlaw-like figures. I think one of them is actually more like a banker, but the other three are more along the lines of your kind of ruffian Western folks. You got 4 different characters that you can pick from, and they all have kind of a lot of flavor text behind them. And it seems like just a neat kind of game where you're going to be able to move around this land area that's in this like this world called Bantam West, but it's not based off. It's basically our world, but it's another world. I don't really know exactly why he did that, but it's like I guess just so that he didn't have to allude to any real world locations, and it could just be completely made up at that point. But otherwise, it's the West of America, but it's not. It's Bantam world, the West and Bantam world. But anyways, I want to go ahead and get this guy opened up. So let's go ahead and pop it over here. Now I got the Shadow Governors pledge. So the Shadow Governors pledge was like their bigger pledge or whatever that came with like the extra metal coins, and they have like these cabins that you can build on the world, the little, you know, the maps that you're running around on. And they had like miniatures for those that were individual, so that came with it. There was a couple other little bits and pieces that came with it as well. One of the main reasons, though, why I wanted to back it at that level was just simply to support Ike and what he was doing, because he seemed again like a genuine person that I wanted to help support, make their game. Well, let's go ahead and see what this looks like here. Pretty decent turnaround. I think it's pretty well expected that most Kickstarters are going to take about 2 years for you to get them to your doorstep. And for a first-time game designer, he really didn't have too many snags or anything. Nothing too serious. Nothing that was a problem for me. You know, every now and then you'll get these Kickstarters that do come in within a year, and that's nice. But you can't complain for 2 years. So we've got a nice little letter in the very beginning here. Hey there, weary traveler. You played a massive role in making our dream a reality. Kind of just a thank you letter here, and some information for places that you can go to get, you know, like tutorial videos and things like that. And then we have the Dead Settlers map here. Blood trail. It says, do not open, see delivery instructions on reverse side. If found, it's property of Jim Skelton. If found, please return to the speakeasy in the Capital District of Hemlock. There will be a gentleman in the side room reading yesterday's paper. Walk down the stairs behind him and knock on the cellar door below. To whoever answers the door, mention the words, "There's blood on the trail." So I guess we maybe won't open this up right now, because I don't know if there's some kind of secret information. This isn't a campaign game, but there are different like modules or what do you want to call it, modes of play I know they have like a really basic scenario for you to start off with. So we've got 2 boxes here. This one's dense. This one's heavy. I don't know what this weighs. I already ripped off my shipping label, so I can't remember what the poundage was on this package. But this is a pretty hefty box. And this is a storage insert. Now this must have been something that was part of that Shadow Governors pledge that I got. So that looks like it's going to be really nice. But let's go ahead and open up the main box first and see what we're dealing with here. Okay. Yeah, it's funny. I never really considered myself to be like, I'm not against Westerns. I never really considered myself to be like a huge Western fan or anything, but I have been really excited to see what this game's all about. This looks fun, and I mean, I think if you didn't like Westerns, Red Dead Redemption made you like Westerns, and I shouldn't compare them too much because this isn't going to be quite as crazy as Red Dead Redemption as far as I'm aware. But it's basically like a sandbox, so you kind of run around, see how many points you can get kind of game, and it has a lot of flavor in the way that they do that. So, Heroes of the Frontier, Bantam West. 4 deadly strangers work, fight, and build to become heroes of the frontier. Welcome, wary traveler, to the town of Gallows Springs, the only civilized town on the entire Death Elm frontier. Surrounded by bandits, predators, and cultists, only the toughest survive. If you're going to last, you must find a source of income, purchase new gear, build shelter, recruit a posse, and protect your homestead. Do you have what it takes? That is the flavor text for the back. And we've got the little Shadow Governors sticker on here. Base game plus add-ons inside. Okay. So this is like kind of your standard box size too, it looks like, more or less. I don't know if it's any wider. It looks like it's a standard, that kind of standard board game box. So we've got another additional little picture here in the front. He really liked to kind of build this world out, so he's put a lot of little extra bits. He even sent out like these little collectible postcards to people that did that Shadow Governors pledge. You only get one of them, and it's based on the 4 different characters, so you get to actually pick who you're going to get, and then that's kind of your special little thing that you can hang on to for just as a nice little token to remember that you backed the game. So we got the technical manual and the standard field manual. I believe this one is the manual that is just for like your first game, and then this has the more advanced kind of game modes that you can go through. And let's see what we've got. So we do have the basic bits here. I did watch a video how to play of this earlier, but I'm definitely going to have to go through those rules again because I did not get all of it. So the resources that you can collect in the game are going to include like herbs, wood, silver, and like skins, like animal skins. So I'm just going to kind of make a mess on the table here, and let's pull some of these out. Now these are really nice. These are wooden, token pieces for the wood, and they've got nice, like, let's see if that'll focus. They've got a nice little printed screen print on the outside of them too, on both sides actually. So those look nice. It's better than just your real basic looking meeple, little wood meeple. And these skins look particularly nice. Still nice and thick. They do have like, again, that printing on them. So they look really cute. And then the herbs almost look like a hop cone mixed with a berry. So just some generic kind of herb tokens here. I don't trust my top cam to really focus well, so we're going to do it in the front. And these silver ingots don't look like they're really worth pointing out too much. They're just basic tokens. There's nothing too special that you can print on a silver ingot. It's just gray wooden pieces. Then we have all the player bits. Now these, I'm not going to open up all of the player bits here. We're just going to look at one of them just to kind of see a comparison. Because these are the generic cabins that come with the base set of the game. They're just some chunky little cabin bits. Perfectly fine. Then you've got a bunch of cubes. But as a comparison, I know somewhere in here, there it is. I'm going to go ahead and open up this little box here to see what the upgraded cabins look like. In case you're wondering if you want to get, if you want to get this as an expansion later on, or if you are curious about just what the upgraded tokens look like. Because I know I am. Okay. So these are individualized. I think they're based for each character. I think has their own type of cabin. So there's, this looks like somewhat of an adobe kind of almost TP-like structure. Like one of those little, I don't know, almost like a cross between an adobe hut and like a TP kind of hut thing. So that is one of the cabin types. Now this is more of a TP, like a permanent looking TP. And these are structures that, these are structures that will be built and stay out and help give you resources on the different little collection points that you can find during the game as you're running around. Here's more of a standard kind of cabin that we got here. Really nice detail though, a nice little chimney on the back of it. It's cute. Like that. Let's see. Well, they've got 3 of all these types, but only 2 of one of these types, so I'm not sure what that's about. But here's another one, real standard looking cabin, little thatched roof. Really nice detail on these though. They got all the little lines for all the, boards and everything like that showing up in them. And here is your most standard log cabin, it looks like. What you'd really be expecting people to build. All right, so those are quite a big upgrade from the colored pieces. I'm not really sure how you're supposed to decide which one is yours since they aren't colored, except that again they may be specific to a certain character, which makes me kind of wonder again what these are for. Maybe this is for like a solo game or something and they don't build out all their cabins. I'm not sure what that might be because there's only 2 of that particular cabin type. Okay, let's see what else we got here. I think this was probably one of the upgraded tokens too. This is a first player badge. So it's kind of like a sheriff's badge. I'm just going to rip this because I don't need that bag. Yeah, nice little like metal little badge. It's even got a clip on. Whoops! It's even got a clip on. If you really want to, you can clip that on your shirt while you play. But that looks nice. Now these, I believe, are standard. These are the miniatures. So there is a 5th character here. I can't remember what that's about, but I'm going to show you the standard ones here. This is, what is his name? Mercer's his last name. I can't remember the first name. Pretty cool looking, just a regular gunslinger fella. We've got kind of a woman that's sort of partial to Native American style wear. Here, this is the Mika something or other. I can't remember all the names off the top of my head. This is the banker. Well, let's see if that'll focus. Get my face out of there. And this is the arsonist. I can't remember her name off the top of my head either. But yeah, really nice detail on these as far as I can tell. I don't know if they put, I think they might have put a little bit of a wash on them too to get some of that detail to come out. It looks like just something really faint kind of wash. And then you have this Ronan character here. This guy's a little ominous. He's wearing a cow skull. That'll focus. So this is probably something to do with playing like a solo opponent, I would imagine. I'm not sure. Haven't gotten through the whole rule set yet. Those are the miniatures that you're going to be looking at. Okay, so let's take a look and see what other bits we've got as I'm making the mess on the table. Phew. Throw my hair back real quick. Okay, so we've got a few different packs of cards here. We have, these are some of the boards for the different main town map tiles that we're going to go through. And it does look like they've got backs to them as well. I think there's somewhat of a night side to these. I'm not sure what the backs, what all's different with them, or if it even is. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I think one's a day and one's a night, and I'm sure that has some kind of an effect probably on the particular scenario that you're going through. Then we've got the Gallow Hall and Bees Haven. We have a hunting lodge. I think these lodges, well, I'm not sure. I know there's some kind of special place that you can go when you actually have a cabin built. It might just be a card that you land on. But these are nice double-sided player mats of the different colors. They're not specific, I don't believe, to one character. Maybe they are. I don't know. It does have the symbols. Yeah, it does kind of look like, yeah, they are. It does look like each of these colors are specific to each of the different characters. It does have the symbol for them over on the right as well, or the left, sorry, my right. But these are kind of your standard fare. They have that little cut on the back of them too, so you can see the like where your cards can slide up in underneath. You have like skills that you can build up in this game, so like your foraging skills and like hunting skills or whatever, and so you can upgrade those, and so you put them at the low side, the card slides down in that slot and shows that you're like a novice until you get better, and then you can turn it to the other side. Okay, so here's our map tiles. Take a look and see, hopefully the top cam might be able to pick this one up. But these are just areas of land that you can go to. You've got, they call those little circles acres. And so when you take movement, one movement will move you from one acre to the next, and they're connected with dotted lines. You've got line of sight. It's kind of neat how they did the line of sight, because they did the colors on the circles around the acres are what show if you have line of sight, you have to have the same color connected to that dotted line. And then this is like the main town square here too. Sorry, my nose is just a little bit runny, so I apologize if you're hearing me sniffle a bit. Okay, what else do we have? We've got standard D6 dice. These aren't really worth pulling out. They're slightly marbled inside, but just kind of your standard size dice. Use those for skill checks. Got a big pack of bags here. We've got a bunch of cards. I'm just going to open up a bit of the cards and see. I know this pack is like for fighting, and it's not got a whole lot of different artwork on it. It's just kind of basic looking stuff. We'll pop open the weapons because maybe those are going to be a little more interesting. These look like your kind of standard mini European size cards, if I'm correct. I'm not always correct on that. And maybe I can just pull it up the top because it is easier than reaching out in front here. So here's again some more of those kind of like fighting cards. They're kind of neat. I mean, they kind of look like they're drawn on like I don't know, like one of those outlaw posters or something. Slash, block, brawl. They have like a paper, rock, scissors kind of theme with the fighting on this game. So you can like, if you play one card, it can cancel another card out, like paper, rock, scissors style. But these are a couple examples of like the different skills that you can get. I'll go ahead and just move to the front because I know that it's going to pick up well. Yep. Looks like you had a dog, a gun. There's various guns and things that pop up here. What is that? Some swords? Go sword fighting if you want. Yeah, and so these are just things that can be purchased. You've got these like, all these purple ones are like legendary weapons, and you only have like 4 out of 8 of them, at least in your first game, that are in the mix of things that can be purchased. Again, another one of your little skill cards. Yeah, not worth like really hardcore going through every one of these cards. Now these cards feel nice. They do have a linen finish on them. They're not super thick, but they feel really good. That linen finish is nice. They feel high quality. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about this whole pack of fighting cards because I think those are going to be pretty basic. So let's see what else we have. Okay, here's your player character cards. So our arsonist's name was Hannah Wild. She's wild. She's not mild, she's wild. All right. Yeah, so there's one of the characters. That's Mika, what's her name? Mika Mankiller. Mika Mankiller. Tough lady. And there is our Mercer, Levi Mercer, very strong Western name. And then we have Jericho Jones. He's the banker character. Oop, see if we'll focus. Okay. And these are like, I think that's your one of your cabins. So your cabins, they can be like broken into. You have little tokens to like lock the door. So the door will start locked, but then people can like break into your cabin. They can set your cabin on fire. There's a bunch of fun little scenarios with that. It looks like the majority of these are other different cabins on the top here. I'm going to flip through those. These are some of the checklists that you'll be completing to get your notoriety up. And there's a bunch of those. These are some of the horses that you can purchase, so you can get a feel for some of the artwork on those. Quite nice. And a couple of the characters have this special thing. Like one, I think, like the arsonist likes to burn stuff, and maybe she has something special for burning things. The rest of these might be some like specific scenarios or something. I'm not sure. That looks like a lock that you're having to break a code on. A prize fighter's debut. Yeah, there's probably some specific scenarios for some of these odd cards that are in here. All right. Cards don't smell too bad. Got to give your cards a sniff. Got to give your cards a sniff when you open them. Still not that super nostalgia, but something about fresh packs of cards, they do just smell nice. All right. So these, I'm not sure if these are specific like encounters and things that show up. It looks like they've got a bunch of different, they're all numbered. I'll flip through a handful of these. But they're all numbered, and then they've got, it looks like, oh yeah, it's events. It says events on the back of it. So you can see here. Yeah, so these are just different event cards. Quite a big stack of these tarot card size cards here. Just a bunch of different things that can show up, I guess. Weather effects and all kinds of other stuff here. Ailments. All right. Okay, so these are perhaps like some, it looks like we've got some player aids here that come with it, and then these are maybe some more specific kind of scenario cards. I'm not sure about these just yet, but on the back of them they do have like a map to kind of set up your board. So I think these may be little cheat sheets or something to set up like these specific scenarios on the board. Okay, we're getting there. I think we got through a good portion. They did give you little colored rings that you can set on your characters. And let's take a look at some cardboard tokens. Let's see what we got. All right, slice this baby open. Well, I almost just, shoot, I just nearly sliced into my token, but I think I sliced just beside it, luckily. Getting in too big of a hurry. Oh, here, I didn't even see these. I think these are like a lucrative resource you can get in the game, or just some of your standard blue gems. They got that kind of, you know, real common style, little chunky look to them. Okay, so the tokens themselves. Okay, my battery went out on my top camera, so I had to run out and grab a fresh one. So here are our tokens. And we just have a few pieces of cardboard here, four pieces for all the different tokens. Hopefully that top camera is focusing enough for us. Yep. So we got our standard money. I haven't pulled out the fancy money yet. I'm gonna pop out one of these just to feel them. So this is kind of a thin cardboard token. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, nothing wrong with it at all. They're just not those like super thick, chunky tokens. And here would be your first player token, which is lame compared to that nice badge, but it's still fine. A little cowboy hat. All right. Yeah, we've got tokens for looks like different kinds of damage effects and stuff, and your loot chests. You got all your check marks for the things. There's coffins too. I don't know exactly how that works. Maybe it marks where your character died at, but I know you don't really die. You kind of just come right back. You just go unconscious. I'm not sure. It might be part of a particular scenario. You've got the special tokens here too for like the arsonist has. I'll pull those out. The arsonist has these special lighters. These Zippo lighters. Is that focusing? I don't know if it's focusing. It doesn't look kind of like it is. But yeah, little lighter tokens that she can use. And you've got all your turns are based off of having like a number of these grit tokens, so you can take a certain number of actions based off how many you have. They have a front and back to them, so on the back side it's coffee, and on the front side it's nicotine. I don't know, some kind of chewing tobacco or something. Some dip, some snuff. Okay. It looks like you have some specific characters here too that I'm sure there's a lot of neat little scenarios here, the way that they have all these different tokens here. These are the lock tokens too, so these would go on your little cabin boards, and it would show if it's locked, and then if they break the door they unlock it, and you have to go like spend wood over there to re-heal it, fix it back so you can lock it again. I wonder if there's anything else really to show. There's some kind of little combo locks here. Again, I don't really know how that plays out just yet. I'm sure there's some fun things that'll come around. We've got all the different little horse tokens here. Yeah, and then you got all these tokens for characters that are going to be on the board. Let's pull out a couple of them. So you got like animals that you're going to be hunting. You got this bear here, then I guess that's probably what he's worth, like his head is worth, or trophy afterwards. And you've got like a wolf, there's a cougar, and there's like a crocodile too. This is one of the bandits. So you have these little bandits that'll be in certain areas too, and you can take their heads back because you're, I guess, a pretty rough fella here, and you can just chop their head off and take it back and sell it for goods. Let's see. Let's take a look at the metal coins. I'm just going to set these off to the side a little bit because I know that confuses the focus on the game. I mean, on my cameras. Hopefully I don't lose my tokens. All right, let's pull out some metal coins and see what they feel like. See what they look like. All right, man. Okay, so pretty light tokens. They're not very weighty. Really nice detail though. It seems like the really nice detail tokens are this really light metal. I don't know if it's like a type of it's almost like feels like aluminum in your hand. It's so light, but they tend to get really nice detail on them. And then here's the 5, little golden kind of coin. These will certainly be nice to use though. A little eagle or something on the front of it. They almost look like real coins. At least the gold ones do. Okay, so those will take place of the cardboard tokens in my game. And last but not least, let's take a look at the organization insert here. Now this is a game Trayz insert, so that's always really nice to see. We do like game Trayz inserts. Let's go ahead and just set this guy down here for right now. Maybe I'll set it here. I've got a dog staying over this week, and he likes to pee on things, and so I'm not going to set that on the ground because I might actually use that box. Okay, let's take a look and see just what we have here. Okay, so that's going to kind of pour everything out here. You see the nice game Trayz symbol there on the bottom, so we know it's game Trayz. Okay, so yeah, these look like they're probably going to hold your individual player pieces and cards, like starting cards stuff that they would have. Got a nice little tray here that's going to hold all of the different individual small cards, probably some tokens and things. Looks like it probably has a space for that odd character too in it. And then we got what looks like another token tray. And they all have that nice, like, I don't know if you can see it well on the camera, but they all have it saying Bantam West on the front of it, so that looks nice. At least these two do. These two that have the Game Trayz logo in the bottom as well. And so on the bottom of this insert here, you can also see like places for, I can see the first person token spot. It's got room for those tarot cards. I cannot remember if they said that they had space in this for these all sleeved. I know some games that have been coming out recently, they've been having issues getting their inserts in and trying to get things delivered, and then they find that even though they really wanted them to fit sleeves, like something was off, but it was going to like increase the time of the fulfillment, so they held off on doing that. Okay, though, I believe that has everything out more or less on the camera here. Only thing I didn't open up was, again, another pack of these cards here. I guess I could kind of do that. There's not really much else that's getting in the way right now. I'm just going to kind of flip through them personally here while I'm talking. But yeah, that's Bantam West. Let's see if we... Yeah, this is just more of the same stuff. Mostly a bunch of different... mostly just a bunch of different of those fighting cards. Whoops, of those fighting cards. I'm trying to angle my hand in a weird way. Dropping cards everywhere. And then there's some different like weapons. There's some kind of Bowie knife or something. So we'll get through all those. It's kind of odd that they have them so mixed together, but maybe there's a reason why they did that in the printing. But that's Bantam West. I'm really looking forward to getting this out on the table, not like this, in a much more organized way. This looks fun. I got more excited about this game as the campaign went on. I was just, you know, seeing how like involved Ike was with the game itself too, and getting it, you know, making sure that he had like a lot of involvement with the different people that were backing it, and it looks like he's really trying to pour his heart and soul into this game that he's creating, and so I'm looking forward to it. I really think he's going to do something great with it. So we'll see. Hopefully, I'll be able to do like some kind of a review here before too long over this game. But I think that's about all we have to say and to show for this unboxing of Bantam West, the Shadow Governors pledge from Kickstarter. So thank you guys so much. Apologize again for a little bit of the sniffles during this, but thank you so much for stopping by. You know, if you enjoy this kind of content, a couple of those free clicks on the screen really helps support out channels like mine. I appreciate it so much when you do. But as always, do what is right for you. And until next time, I hope you all are having just a wonderful rest of your evening. I will see you on the next video. You take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.